pray. Your brothers and sisters this morning of Christ the King were more than happy to answer questions. So I'm looking to some of you seniors standing or sitting here before me. And I pose this question. Who is your favorite saint? Go for it, brother Christ.
St. Thomas More.
St. Thomas More. Can somebody give me another? Oh yeah. St. Maria Goretti. How about a couple more? St. Martin of Tours. Okay. One final one. Yes, sir.
St. John Bosco.
St. John Bosco. All wonderful and excellent choices. For me, this is a great day. The Holy Bishop St. John Chrysostom is mine. I'm twice blessed over on this day because this is the second Mass I've had the privilege of celebrating on his feast day. I'd never heard of the man until seminary. I had the great and wonderful privilege while I was there at St. Meinrad to celebrate the Divine Liturgy. I was asked and chosen by our rector to be the deacon one year, my last year, to celebrate the Divine Liturgy. And not only was it the Divine Liturgy of the Byzantine Catholic Church, the Greek Orthodox Church as well, it is the Divine Liturgy of St. John Chrysostom. This in and of itself should tell us something of the man's life. In the East, the Eastern Rite Catholics, the Greeks as well, he is considered one of the three holy hierarchs of the Church. St. Gregory of Nazianzen, St. Basil the Great, and St. John Chrysostom, for their defense of the faith, for their living out this holy life. But this man started out his life as a pagan, a non-believer. He was baptized at 18 years old. He had fallen under the influence of a great bishop, Mellitus, who baptized him. John did not want to go on to the priesthood. He wanted to be a hermit. But the bishop, in his wisdom, asked him to move forward, and so he did. Still having this desire to be a hermit, to go off and live with Christ alone, the bishop finally relented. And so he went. He lived in a cave, not sleeping and standing when he did, eating next to nothing, fasting and prayer. This was his life until the bishop, another one, called him home and appointed him the bishop of Antioch. John moved on and instantly hit the ground running. His preaching was widely known, not only for its spirituality, but for its practicality. He had a great love of the poor. And his fame spread so quickly that the people of Constantinople, in one legend, came and kidnapped him from Antioch and drug him back to Constantinople so that and made him their bishop in the days when the people proclaimed the bishop. And so when he arrives there, he continues on in his same practice. He doubles it. He called out the rich, not because they were rich, but because he believed that the rich were there to guard and protect the poor. He called out the movers and shakers of the day, right up to and including the Queen of Constantinople. He called her out to her face. And for this, John was exiled, not once, not twice, but 3 times. The second time was because right after he had arrived back from the first, because he denounced this queen. She had put up a pagan statue, a pagan-like statue right across from the Hagia Sophia. This was his life. He never shirked his duty. He lived out this holy life. And for me personally, he has drawn me closer to Christ than any other saint. By his preaching and his teaching, I read him every day. He's had a profound effect on my ministry in my very sorry pattern of trying to be like him, who is an imitator of Christ. These are the saints. And so you that have favorite saints, you know them well. I hope you know them well. But the idea behind the life of the saint, those saints that we call heroes, they are for us to imitate. They're not just a saint that we love, not just somebody that we appreciate, but somebody that we pattern our lives after. And ultimately, pattern our life after Christ. Those of you that have favorite saints, those of you that have considered it at all, ask yourself this question: how in my life do I pattern after this saint? How do I pattern my life after Christ? These are the things that are worthy of contemplation. St. John Chrysostom, pray for us.